After coaching hundreds of fellow analytical thinker types, this is one of the most important, most foundational, and hardest lessons for so many of those people, myself included, to learn. Understand that the solution to difficult feelings is not always to understand them. When you're having a negative experience, feeling irritability, feeling grief, feeling rage, feeling sadness, feeling loneliness, whatever it is, what your strategic analytical mind is going to tell you is understand it, analyze it, so that you can fix it, so that you can make it go away. And this right here is the cause of so much suffering, so much psychological pain, because our mind tells us that it should be that easy, that that is the solution. But it's not. That's inaccurate. Sometimes, of course, it's helpful to understand why. If you misunderstand a communication, if someone says something to you and you thought they meant, I don't care about you, but then you understand, oh, they actually meant this, okay, then you can feel the pressure is relieved, right? If you thought this person was just mean to me, but you learn, oh, they're actually having a really bad day, they were just stuck in terrible traffic, okay, I can understand, I shouldn't take this personally, right? So sometimes, absolutely, fully understanding something can help. But a lot of the time, much more of the time than you think, I think a different approach is going to serve you a lot better. So I'll explain. Think about some of the most challenging types of emotions we might experience, like, a friend dies. Understanding that won't help you, right? You might even have some friends who are trying their best to make you feel better, and they might say, "Oh, don't worry, he's in a better place now." And as if kind of that knowledge would make the pain go away, right? And you know it doesn't. Understanding it does not change that emotional experience. Sometimes even understanding it can make it worse. Like, let's say, you really hate doing your taxes, and you wonder, like, oh my God, why can't the government just automatically do this for me? Like, they already know how much I made, right? Why are they making me fill out all these stupid forms? And then maybe you look into this and you learn that TurboTax has been aggressively lobbying the government to make it harder to file your taxes. Okay, great. Now you understand what's actually going on there. Does that help with your emotions? No, it actually makes you a lot more mad, right? So I think there are a lot of situations where we convince ourselves, if only I understand the why, that's going to help. And what I want to challenge you to do instead is to go to the what, not the why. This is kind of the deeper way to really be with challenging emotions. So imagine it's kind of the difference of, like, you look at the sky and you're kind of asking from, like, an artistic perspective. What is that? What is going on? What is the visual experience of that? Well, what is that? It's blue. It's certain shades of blue, gradients, white and blue, and cool. So I'm going to paint that. I don't have to understand. I'm just going to paint what I see. Versus, why is the sky blue? Well, that's a whole complex scientific explanation. If I ask, why is the sky blue? That sends me down a very different path, away from the present moment, away from my actual experience. Why is the sky blue? Now I start thinking about, oh, I watched a video about this once. Let me logically work it out. Something about photons bouncing off things. And okay, you're not in your emotional experience at all anymore. Whereas, what is it? What is the texture? What am I actually seeing? What am I experiencing right now? What emotions come up as I look at this vast sky? That is an intimate, immediate experience. You're remaining with what actually is happening right now instead of going away into theory, philosophy, what if, past, future, right? So counterintuitively, the way to deal with negative, challenging emotions and experiences is actually to stay with them. And there are exceptions, if it's too intense, if you're legitimately finding it extremely difficult to stay present, then yeah, you should probably try to change it. You could, you know, ask for help, call a friend, you could go for a run, you could shake your body, you could distract yourself. Those are all appropriate reactions when something is outside, significantly outside your comfort zone, significantly outside your ability to regulate, to kind of soothe yourself, right? But if something is edgy, it's challenging, but it's still within that window of like, this is uncomfortable, but I can handle it, then it's actually really valuable to just stay with it. Because every time you push down that emotion, it doesn't disappear. It just gets repressed, right? And it's going to come back up again until you really get the message, until you really say, hey, okay, I hear you. Yes, there is anger here that I have not been willing to be with. So now I'm going to let myself be angry in a healthy way, right? I'm not going to lash out at someone, but I'm just going to be angry right now. It's okay to be angry. I'm going to squeeze my pillow. I'm going to press against the ground, whatever it is, right? Or I'm going to be sad. This is sadness. Okay, I'm going to let myself cry. I'm going to let myself, contort. Oh, this doesn't feel good. Okay, great. Imagine, you're a parent dealing with a child. Imagine you are kind of the ideal parent, right? That you really want to be, not a parent who's super stressed and everything else, right? But the kid's crying, and I think the ideal parental response would be, yeah, wow, this is really sad right now. Yeah, you wanted something different. You're not getting what you wanted. I get it. Oh, that doesn't feel good. Let's be sad together. Instead of saying, stop crying. Big kids don't cry. Crying is not okay. Sadness is not okay. Right? So most of us, or many of us, learned that lesson early on. Don't feel big feelings. Don't embrace your feelings. Be stoic. Be normal. Be okay. Right? And that causes us a lot of problems later because often reality is not okay. Right? Things should make you angry. They should make you sad. So I think it's important to understand that these responses from the body, like emotions, exist for a reason. They offer really valuable information. Sadness tells you you care about something. Anger tells you you're clear about your values. You're clear about your preferences. Emotions serve valuable functions. And so we analytical thinkers will so often go to, I need to fix it. I need to fix my sadness. I need to fix my anger. I need to fix my loneliness. And yeah, sure, it's better to be connected than to be lonely. It's better to be not super rageful, right? Unless something really oppressive, really against your values is happening, right? If someone in front of you is being severely mistreated, maybe rage is actually a great, appropriate emotion to experience. Maybe the rage is what propels you to save that person. So try not to demonize emotions. Try not to see them as inappropriate or something to be pushed away, something to be fixed. Instead, see if you can accept them. Accept that this thing that I'm experiencing right now has value. So instead of trying to fix it, instead of push it away, I'm going to be with it and see what's useful to me here. And often this takes longer than you think. You might have to just like really be with it because your mind's going to keep coming in and saying, nope, fix it, fix it, fix it. Make it go away. What can we do to make it go away? Why does this exist? Analyze, analyze. Where did this come from? And again, sometimes that's useful, but a lot of the time, it's way more valuable to not ask why, but to ask what. Not why am I angry right now, but what is this anger? Like that painter of the sky, right? Like if I was kind of painting the anger, where would it be? What color would it be? What texture would it be? Where is it in my body? How do I know that I'm angry? What is it like to really feel that? How do I know that I'm lonely? Where do I feel lonely? Where is that? And that's kind of the gateway to really being with it, to experiencing it. I'm going to fully experience loneliness. Maybe in 10 minutes, I'll call a friend and try to change it, try to fix the loneliness. But for 10 minutes, I'm going to embrace it. This is loneliness. I am lonely. Okay. Thank you, body. I get the message. Lonely. This is lonely. It doesn't feel good. Okay. That's helping me understand. This signal is helping me understand that I'm not getting enough connection lately. Great. Oh, thank you, anger. Cool. This is helping me understand that some of my needs are not being met. Some of my values have been violated. Cool. Thank you, anger. But often you're not going to fully get the message unless you really sit with it. Really, where is this in my body right now? I don't need to understand why, just what. Don't fix, accept, embrace. All right? And if you're someone who really values understanding, who values accuracy, who values truth, who values self-knowledge, you're missing out on that stuff by trying to change it too quickly, by trying to understand it intellectually instead of understanding it in your body, in your experience. So I invite you right now to think, what are some times when what are some types of situations, types of emotions where you tend to go straight to analysis, why, fix it, bad, go away. See if you can practice next time. What, not why. Where? What is this like? Accept it, don't fix it. And if it's too much, it's okay to try to fix it too. Hope that helps. I wish you a nourishing day.